Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I am here because I've had so many people ask me how I get my beachy waves. My hair is not naturally like that. For those of you though that do have that natural beachy wave, good for you, that's awesome. My hair is pretty straight in the front and then in the back, I don't know if you can tell, it's super kinky. After having children, it's gotten that big wave in the back. So what I'm going to show you today is how to get that beachy wave and how to get it to last for 3 to 4 days. For me, I've found a way that works. I don't have to wash my hair every day and it still has that really pretty beachy wave. And what's worked best for me is I let my hair air dry. So either I wash it the night before or I'll wash it and let it air dry as much as possible. I have found if I blow it completely dry, it just does not hold that curl as well. So that's really important for me. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna show you the whole process from start to finish. There are 2 products, one main very important product that I always use. This is not sponsored in any way. I seriously though love Davines. This is the OI all-in-one milk, and the specific reason I love Davines is because the ingredients are very pure. It doesn't have any alcohol in it. The one thing I would tell you to look for when you get hair products, look in the ingredients. You don't want hair products that have, there's a certain alcohol that's really bad for hair. It will dry it out, cause it to break off. So look for that. I'll list it below, the alcohol that's really bad. So look for that in ingredients. I love Davines and then I also love Aveda. So the 2 hair products that I'm going to be using today, this is the Davines Oil all-in-one milk and then also the Davines oil. Love these 2 together. So what I'm just going to do right now, I'm just going to, my hair is just, this is air dry. It's very straight in the front, super curly in the back. Now I get it for you curly haired ladies, you're not going to just probably be able to let it air dry. I would let it air dry just a little bit and then blow it out. What I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to spritz my hair a little bit with this Davines oil milk, and I did spray this all over my hair when I let it air dry. So as soon as I got out of the shower, I sprayed my hair all over with this. I let it air dry, and now what I'm going to do, since there is all of that kinkiness here in the back, I don't want that for the waves. I'm just going to take my big round brush right here, and I'm going to hit it with my blow dryer. Any blow dryer will work. This is a more expensive one. I really love this brand, the Bio-Ionic. It doesn't dry my hair out and it works really fast, and I really like it. Helps get rid of all the kinkiness in the back for me. It gives my hair a little bit of volume in the roots, which I love volume. I'll show you how I get that as well. Now once that's done, all I do is I go in with the curling iron. Now for me, I know a lot of people say the curling iron or the tool that they use doesn't matter. This tool has helped the curls stay in my hair for 3 to 4 days so I don't have to wash it. I don't know how they made this curling iron, but it is amazing. It's called the Bio-Ionic. It's the long barrel. I believe this is the 1.25. I'll also use the 1 inch when I want a smaller curl, and that will also last, now that lasts me like 5 days. It's nuts, I know, but this has been a game changer for me. It is more expensive, but I truly think it's an investment, especially if you don't have to wash your hair every day and curl it every day. So for the 3rd time, I'm going to go in with, I use this product, the milk, the oil milk. So my pre-curling iron treatment product, so I've used it 3 times. I use it when I get out of the shower, my hair is wet, before I let it air dry or before you blow it dry. Then once it's dry, I spray it on there again and put it on there before I hit it with the blow dryer. Now you would only need to use this once if you're only going to blow dry your hair, not let it air dry. And then I also use it as my styling before I use the curling iron, so it helps keep the curl in there and it also protects my hair. This stuff is serious magic. If you're getting one thing to help keep your hair beautiful and help the style last longer, I highly, highly recommend it. So what you're going to do, I just do it in layers. I flip this over to the side because I always flip my hair this way. So I'm going to flip this part over to the side, just do the underneath, and you're always going to curl away from the face. So I'm going to take, with a bigger curling iron, I usually take smaller pieces because that will help the curl last longer. You're going to take it like this and you're going to just curl away from the face, and you want to leave the pieces on the end about 1 inch to 1.5 inches out. And that's what's gonna help give that messy, beachy wave. Now, to get your curls to last longer, you've gotta figure out your heat temperature that you need and how long to leave the curling iron in there. I usually leave it in there for about 5 to 10 seconds for my hair. Now, some hair might be more fragile. It might not need as much. But the big key for me is you just take it and you always curl away from your face. Now, I know some people like to alternate and go back and forth. I always curl away from my face. On this side, I'll curl this way. On this side, I'll curl this way. And it's so simple. At first, I know it seems like it's so hard if you've never done this just to get the angle of the curling iron right, because one side's gonna be so much easier for you. You're gonna be used to curling it that way. You just have to get used to holding it, and then once you do, it is literally the easiest thing ever. And especially when it lasts 3 to 4 days, just makes it so easy. So you can just do it once or twice a week, and then your hair lasts. A lot of times I'll end up putting it in a ponytail. It looks good. I'll put a hat on, but it usually lasts a really long time for me. And then you don't want to brush the curls out. So that's another key. A lot of people brush them out right away. You want to leave them. They're going to be a little bit tighter at first, and then they'll loosen up. And then we'll also brush them out at the very end. But you want to leave the curl in at the beginning so it can set. Let the hair cool down, and those curls will set in. You want to make sure you're spraying this on your hair before you curl it. Leave those ends out and then just curl it as far as you can go to the root. The nice thing about this curling iron is the barrel is so long, so if you have longer hair, it is phenomenal for longer hair. Again, the smaller the pieces, the longer the curl will last. Now, you don't want to go too small, but you don't want to take huge chunks. It also helps add texture and volume the more curls you add. I have a ton of hair in the back, so I have to spend a lot more time on that area, and you'll just have to figure out your own hair. I'm sure you already know it pretty well. You'll know where you need to curl it more, where you have more hair, where it's either kinky, not kinky, super straight. I feel like everyone just has different hair. You gotta kind of figure out your hair. The good thing about beachy waves is it's messy and it's easy to do and really hard to mess up. Once you get the way to take the curling iron and curl it, it's so simple. I'm gonna go to the other side now, and I usually start in the back, and this side I have way more hair, so I usually don't flip it over to do two. Now I will pick this top part up because there are some shorter layers in there and do those, but other than that, I don't really do it in two major layers just because this side has so much less hair. And you can see how I'm holding the curling iron different for this side because I'm still curling away from the face. If I don't have a lot of time, I don't have time to spray before each layer, I literally will just go through and spray one side at a time. So whatever layer I'm working on, I'll go through, spray all that hair, and then that way I don't have to go through and spray it each time. I have found that it lasts longer when I spray each layer, but sometimes I just do not have the time for it. Another thing you want to remember when you're spraying, make sure you don't spray an area that you've already curled. It will make that curl come out. So you want to make sure you're only spraying the areas that have not been curled yet, or you're getting ready to. If you have layers in your hair, you do not want to curl longer layers with shorter layers. It will just give a different look. It won't give a bad look. It looks good as well, but it won't give that same beachy look. So you want to curl layers separate. Okay, I'm gonna go through and just see if there's anywhere that I have kind of missed. I don't think so. I'm going to let it cool a little bit. This side I don't want to brush it out yet. I want to let it cool with the curl, and then I'm going to show you the next steps. Okay, so I've let the curls cool for about 5 minutes. Now what I'm going to do before I brush out the curls, I'm going to tease it. So I just take layers and I just use, this is a teasing brush from Walmart. It works best for me. It's like in between a comb and a brush, and it gives me the most volume, the most lift. So I just take layers starting in the front, no matter how you wear your hair, whether you part in the middle and the side. I think this is the best way to do it. So you're just going to take the first part of your hair where your bangs are and just kind of brush that hair back towards the crown of your head, or towards the scalp, your scalp, not the crown. The crown's back here. You will get there. You're going to take another layer. Again, the thinner the better, and you're just going to push it towards your scalp. It's going to look crazy at first. Going to take another layer, and you're going to go all the way down. At least for me, it's never caused problems. It just gives me volume. So you have that. We're going to brush it out in a minute. And then you're going to do the sides. So always go through. Again, you're just going to brush that hair towards your scalp. And you're going to take little layers. Brush it towards your scalp. I'm going to do the other side as well. Okay, now we are going to take our brush. I love the wet brush. I think it works amazing. It just has soft bristles. It doesn't cause my hair to break off. It doesn't hurt when I brush it out. I usually don't brush the top part of my hair. I like that to have volume, but I will brush out the sides and just bring it all together. And then for the final touches, I put on the Davines oil. I usually just do one pump in my hands, rub it all together, and I just put this through the ends of my hair. It also helps, for some reason, for me, the curl to stay, and it also gives an amazing shine. It also helps keep your hair healthy. So those dry parts of your hair, it's giving it moisture and oil and replenishment. I definitely don't put it in the roots though, because it will give it that oily look. It'll also flatten it out. And then the biggest key to get your hair to last for 3 to 4 days is at night. Do not leave it down. Don't sleep in it with your hair down. I feel like that flattens it out. It allows those curls to come out, allows them to get really poofy. I always put it in one of these, I think the name brand is Invisibobble ponytail holders. I think I got these at Big Lots for like $1. But this, it doesn't put a kink in my hair. It holds these waves in all night long. It's so bizarre, but when I put my hair up, I put it up in a bun, not in a down pony, and it almost adds an additional wave to it. It's so bizarre. This is the key though to get your hair lasting 3 to 4 days with the Beachy wave. But yeah, I love this hairstyle. It's so easy when you can get it to last so long. It always looks so classic. And it's honestly, once you figure it out, it is so easy to do. Thank you guys again for watching. I hope this tutorial helped you. I hope you're able to get these Beachy waves at home, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.